Now the turn is for the team leader for the motion, Tasfiya Ulfat Usha.
Here present, honorable moderator and respected judges, first of all take my salam, assalamu alaikum. Today, the motion of this house is, university education should prioritize skill development over knowledge development. And for some logical reasons, I'm for the motion. Honorable moderator, the greatest example of the skill is the present Post and Telecommunication Minister, Mr. Mustafa Jabbar sir. Though he studied in the Bangla department of the Dhaka University, he is a world-famous technologist. He invented a Bangla keyboard named Bijoy Bangla Keyboard. My opponent, this is called skill, this is called development, and this is called achievement. Honorable moderator, I'm showing you a picture of a house. The name of this house is Sparso. The main mission of this house is to research about the space and observe Bangladesh from the space. However, we do not know whether this research institute has any kind of research or how much the people of the country have an idea about the activities of this research institution. Today's officers of this research institution were the students of different famous universities, but the frenzy that occurred about the moon sighting didn't happen in any other countries of the world. About this, Doinik Jugantar has published a news on 5th June 2019 where people are making fun of the National Moon Sighting Committee for making two different announcements. About this, BBC Bangla Online has highlighted some Facebook comments where Fakrul Karim has stated that after confirming tonight's ticket, I cancelled it again. And now I hear that tomorrow is Eid. Who will take the responsibility? Abir Ahmed has stated that you should watch TV before going to Eid congregation as it may be postponed again by saying that the moon has not been seen since it is Bangladesh. My opponent, what is the reason behind this? There is a space research agency, a moon sighting committee, but still, why are we not able to give the right information about the moon? Question remains. Honorable moderator, a country's independence is the symbol of that country's sovereignty. It is difficult to preserve freedom than to achieve it, but this difficult task can be made easier by the self-reliance on the defense. But Bangladesh still ranks 25th globally in the arms import. We import almost 74% of the arms from China, and not by this. By spending millions of the dollars, we are importing arms from USA, France, Turkey, India, etc. countries. Standing in the 51st year of independence, we are still not dependent on our indigenous arms to defend our freedom. Why your university students can't make those weapons even after completing their university studies? I hope you will give me a logical answer. The World War III is rising in the world due to Russia-Ukraine war. Hope nothing like that happens. But if the World War III somehow breaks out in the world, then the whole world will see the cleanse of the nuclear weapons. Different countries of the world will be destroyed in an instant. That is why different countries are trying to invent a technology that can protect them from the attack of the nuclear weapon. And some countries can neutralize the nuclear weapon with anti-ballistic missiles in the air. In this regard, Israel is the most advanced. Now, my opponent, my question is to you that if a country attacks you like that, do you have such type of technology that can protect you? Your university also have brilliant students, but why they are not able to invent such type of technology? Honorable moderator, a news went viral where a mother burned the certificates of her son as he could not fix the fan even though he studied electrical engineering. This is the news. My opponent, this is what happens when you don't have any kind of skill. Honorable moderator, those countries of the world that doesn't have the skill development as in their university are also in the same situation as ours, for example, Myanmar, Philippines, Somalia, etc. Our Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina wants to present Bangladesh as a high developed country within 2041. And for this, we need skilled manpower. So please agree with us and say with the same harmony that university education should prioritize skill development over knowledge development. Thank you.
Thank you. Now the turn is for against the motion. The team leader is Jahin Mursalin.
Honorable moderator, respected judges, and my dear esteemed opponents, Assalamu alaikum to you all. Our today's motion is university education should prioritize skill development over knowledge development, and we are here to speak against the motion. Before starting my arguments, I would like to clear some points that my opponent, third speaker, has told. You have told that we cannot launch Bangabandhu Satellite 1, we cannot make moon sites, we cannot invent any nuclear weapons. You are telling that due to unskilled manpower. what if I say that we don't have fund and we don't do much research in our universities in Bangladesh? What if I say that, honorable moderator, we lack a lot of fund here. We don't have a proper infrastructure to do research, to have these things with us. Now, coming back to my point, general education in these days is completely concentrated on theoretical discussions which hardly develop skill of the individuals. In the developed countries, need-based education is highly appreciated as it not only fills up students' necessity but also contributes to skill development. Countries like Bangladesh do not focus in developing skills in secondary education, whereas the first world countries, alongside theoretical education, teach students skills, vocational trainings and practices it. Due to this fact, a vast amount of students, after completing higher secondary education, chooses to go to the workforce, and just some of the students pursue their career in tertiary level education. That's exactly what my point is, honorable moderator. If we implement skill development in secondary education, we don't need to do it in tertiary level education. Honorable moderator, my opponents want to say that skill development should be prioritized in university because we don't have skilled manpower. But the aim of university is to give knowledge. Skilled manpower can be very easily made in secondary education by giving vocational and technical education. University is a research center. They research in specific areas, subjects and fields and give newer ideas. With those newer ideas, newer inventions and newer instruments can be made. A most important example can be given here. Countries like Malaysia, countries like Vietnam, even after being on the same level of Bangladesh in 1990, Vietnam has earned a boost of economic side. They realized only enhancing on specific skills will just make them like workers for the developed countries. And that's when they start giving an enhancement in knowledge-based education in university level and skill training in secondary level. USA does an agreement named TRIPS, that is trade-related aspects of intellectual property rights between all the members of the World Trade Organizations. Through these TRIPS agreements, countries with less amount of products for providing services or producing important products are provided with the necessary products. From the outside, this USA agreement is seen like a great initiative for equal economic trade in the whole world, but this agreement is also so that the third world countries only continue to enhance their skill and don't do their own inventions and remain as slave for the dominant countries. But if we want to be a developed nation, we have to enhance more on knowledge, critical thinking and problem solving abilities. Remember that skills come from knowledge. Knowledge does not come from skills. Now, again coming to Bangladesh. In Bangladesh, there is a cultural expectation that students should go to university. This is because university is seen as a way to improve one's social status and to get a good job. It can be seen that due to this mindset, many parents push their children to go to university, and even if the children are not interested in going there, they are pushed to go there. But they don't understand the fact that if too many people have a tertiary level education, it can lead to a job market saturations. Honorable moderator, this means that there are more graduates than there are jobs available for them. Even if they get any jobs, it pays them a very poor amount of salary per month, whereas a driver of an affluent family is paid much more than that amount per month. So, are my opponents trying to say that to have driving skills, a person has to go to university, or by having vocational training, he can have so? Again and again, we have to remember that university will always be known as research center because their primary mission is to generate new knowledge. If universities start prioritizing highly on skill development, then the whole education system and overall economic development will be ruined because skill can be outdated quickly. The pace of technological change is so rapid that skills that are in demand today may not be in demand tomorrow. As well as extinction of newer knowledge will prevail. So, then what's the solution of this problem? The solution is that access to tertiary level education should be limited. As my second speaker has already explained the data of what amount of research is being done in our country and in comparison with other countries and universities, we have to take steps according to it. A criteria has to be set up after finding this out, and according to that requirement, students should be enrolled. Although this might seem to be a very harsh decision at the beginning, in the longer run, it will help us to be developed. Thank you, Honorable Moderator, for giving me